posed as a candy girl and a lollipop girl.
Ah, a candy girl and a lollipop girl.
Yeah, because I eat lollipop in school.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. I see. Okay. All right then. Are you ready to get started?
Yes.
Great. Okay then. All right then. So we're going to continue with this paper, Claire. Okay, so last time we were talking about, oh yes, that's where we were. Why people might be afraid of these things. Okay. So as you can see, this one is a common phobia.
Common phobia, spider?
Yes, lots of people are afraid of spiders and snakes. So why do you think they might be afraid of this?
I think they might be afraid of spider and snake because of their poised fang, or maybe something.
Yeah, because they're potentially dangerous and poisonous. You're right. Is there any other reason?
And because they look kind of scary too.
That's right. That's a good point. So their appearance as well, I think, has something to do with it. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid of spider and snake because my house has many of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hate spiders. I'd be terrified. Oh. You get them all the time?
But they're no harmful to me.
Oh, that's okay. That's good.
They're very friendly too.
Yeah? Oh. I don't mind snakes, but spiders, I think it's what they look like. It makes me feel a bit funny. But yeah. Okay, what about this picture here?
Oh, so this guy is jumping off a cliff?
That's right, yeah. Lots of people like to do these extreme sports, so...
Oh.
What do you think?
I think people might be scared of this because, number one, the one that everyone, including me, has scared of heights.
Yes, that is another phobia that people have, scared of heights.
Yeah. And second, they think it's too dangerous. Because when the body is too heavy and this rope might kind of like collapse, and then this guy will fall down off the cliff and maybe just, if it's normal, then just broke a few bones, but if it's worse, then dead.
Yep, that's true. That is a possibility. You're right. So you're not planning to go mountain climbing anytime soon then?
Yeah.
No mountain climbing, no skydiving or bungee jumping?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm not confident enough to do this.
It does. I mean, it takes practice, but yes, I understand why people are afraid. Okay, good. Okay then, so we're going to move on to something else now. So we're looking at entertainment. Okay, so different types of TV programs and how entertaining you find them. Now you're supposed to talk for 3 minutes without stopping. Okay, so let's have a look. So take part in your discussion with the other candidate, carry out the task based on the examiner. You have to talk for about 3 minutes. Okay. What's the longest time you've talked, Claire, without stopping?
3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, not bad. So we can work towards this and start practicing. Okay, so it is how entertaining each type of TV show is, okay, because we all have our preferences, and it'll show you the different types of TV shows that you've got. Is there any that you're unfamiliar with or you're unsure about?
What is crime drama?
So things like detective shows and people being
like Conan?
Like Conan?
Conan is a type of crime drama, but it's kind of like a comic book.
I guess, yeah, or things like, I don't know if you have it in Vietnam, but things like CSI, investigation, Law and Order, lots of different detective shows. So yeah, when
Oh,
someone being's killed and they're trying to find out who killed that person, and yeah,
oh, you mean just like
think
what
like
should I?
Sherlock Holmes,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I guess that's a typical example. But yeah, that's crime drama. Okay, so some people like that mystery. And then we've got other shows too. Let's have a look. Talent, competition, game show, comedy, tragedy, and talk shows. See if there's any.
Um,
Ah, that's it.
I have one question here.
Of course.
What's the difference between talent competition and game show?
So, talent competition, you're showcasing your various talents like singing, dancing, acting. Okay, a game show, you typically ask questions to get points or to win prizes.
Oh,
So they're a little bit different, yeah. So game
okay.
shows like a quiz. Talent competition is singing.
Talent competition like The Voice?
Yes, like The Voice, American Idol, X Factor. Okay, where people hope that they're going to be a professional singer or dancer. All right.
Okay.
And this one, a quiz. I'm sure you have game shows on TV. People answer
Um,
questions.
yeah, in Vietnam, some of them in Vietnam in the VTV3 channel, there are some game shows. For example, chọn đâu cho đúng and
Nope.
firewall.
Right.
Where to
Okay.
pick and firewall.
Okay, so that's good. So you can talk about these shows. If you have some shows in mind, that's even better for you because you can talk about them and how entertaining you find them. Okay, because we all have things we like better than others. Okay. So it says these two questions here, Claire. How entertaining is each type of TV show? And which two types of show should a TV network add to its programming?
True.
So you could talk about these programs here, or if you can think of any other TV programs like, I don't know, National Geographic or documentaries or more cartoons or something you like, you can add these two to what you think should be on a TV network all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, so let's just, you can have a bit of time to think about your answer. Okay, so we're just practicing.
Well, I think the first question would be depends.
Okay, so we're going to go through each type of TV show, how entertaining you find them. So we'll start with that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, in my opinion, it depends on people interested. Whether they like to watch crime dramas or maybe just game show or comedy show. But in my opinion, there are very how to say this right. There are many points that I can feel entertained in each type of TV show, such as in crime drama.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the mysterious and intense when I watch the detective to solve the mystery problems or maybe just a crime. And in talent competition, I can see that many people show their talent out to the world. They are being confident, and I will learn that.
Good.
And in game show, they have to use their brain. I think both of their brain and their physical energy to win, to get points. But in comedy, we don't use brain or we don't use physical.
Mm-hmm.
We just make funny jokes and then everyone will laugh. Well, tragedy is a different size where many sad stories happen and that will make people feel very sad and maybe they will cry too. In talk show, they will give us some advice or maybe they will talk about their life, their personal life, their achievement, their job, a lot of things. And that's that are the things that I feel entertained in each type of TV show.
Okay, great. Thank you, Claire. Okay, so something to add or something to think about. You can also do a comparison as well, because that was a really good answer. You had some really good vocabulary there. I like the mysterious, like you were saying about crime dramas. That's good. So what you could do is an overall summary at the end and say, but I have to say overall, the program that I would probably watch most on TV is, and you could pick one of the shows. And the reason for this is because, and then give your reasons. Because there might be one show that you go to more than another. Okay, for whatever reason. But that's good just to extend that answer. Okay, but that was good. You did talk for some time, and next time I'll time it to check. Okay, so let's focus on this question here. Which two types of show should a TV network add to its program? What would you like?
Okay, I would like a talk show and maybe a game show.
Okay. So
Because
what is
in a talk show, they express their feelings to the world and they let everyone know about themselves. That could make the viewers feel maybe sad, happy, maybe just some a lot of feeling. They can feel a lot of feeling towards the person that expressed their feeling.
Okay.
And I think to reduce the stressful in the talk show, they should include a game show to make the viewer feel comfortable and maybe a little bit funny and brain out.
Good. So it's nice to combine the two maybe and put them together a little bit. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, thank you, Claire. Thank you for that answer. Okay then, so we're going to talk a bit more about television as well. Okay, because this part of the test you need to take part in a discussion with another candidate. So I'm going to guess you'll sit with someone else and you'll both be talking. Okay, so let's talk about these questions. All right, we'll go through them one at a time. So do you spend a lot of time watching television?
Actually, no. I just spend about 15 to 30 minutes to watch television, and the other time I spend the other time for studying and maybe a little bit how to say this? Playing pianos.
Very good. Nice. How long have you played the piano?
For about 5 months exactly.
Oh wow. How are you finding it? Is it difficult?
It's a little bit difficult when I have to study it alone without teachers. But eventually I get through it.
Oh great. That's a really good hobby to have. Okay, next question. What do you think about advertising on television? Does it influence you?
I think there are two sides of an advert on television. First is advantages. They do have some colorful image and maybe some beautiful models that could help viewers to buy. They could motivate the viewers to buy the product. But besides the advantage, there are also disadvantages too. And the disadvantage here is the image, I think it's too unreal.
I see.
Because, for example, for a yogurt product, the model can't just drink the yogurt and suddenly become beautiful. They have to do something. They have to combine the yogurt with everything else like math and healthy diet and some exercise. Not just drinking yogurt would make you become more beautiful. Yogurt,
That's
my bad.
true. That's right. It does kind of deceive people in that way that it's going to magically make you, yeah, like you said, more beautiful, maybe thinner. Yes, it's very misleading sometimes. I agree. Okay. Do you think young people who watch a lot of violence on TV are more likely to be violent themselves?
Sadly, yes. Because young people, I think they can copy other actions that they learn or they watch. And if they watch too many violence, they could become violent themselves. For example, when children watch too many fighting film, they will start to fight their friend in class or maybe worse, their teacher and their parents.
Right, so you definitely think it has a negative influence on children.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, final question. Why do you think watching television is such a popular pastime?
This one is pretty simple because they have nothing to do and on TV there are so many interesting I think there's so many things that they think is interesting is showing and they will open the TV and watch it to pass the time.
That's
And
right.
that's why.
Good, thank you. Yes, it's very easy and convenient, isn't it? Which I think says a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, great. All right then. Okay, so have you seen this before, Claire? This is the kind of thing you're going to be going through during your exam.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have
Last time I took a pet test and it's just like this.
Yes, yes. So you know what to prepare for.
Yeah, actually I don't need to prepare.
Are you fine? So this is just practice?
Yeah.
Great.
I do have practice for my speaking because I'm afraid it won't be smooth enough or maybe won't good enough.
I'm sure it'll be fine. If you keep practicing, it will get better. That is the only way, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, great. All right, we're going to talk about education now. All right. So what are your favorite and least subjects at school?
My favorite subject is math and physics, and my least favorite subject is Vietnamese literature.
Oh, right. Okay.
For your information, I'm stuck at literature.
It's okay. It's not a literature class, so don't worry. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. So what do you like about maths and physics?
Math, I think I'm good at math since I was in grade 1. And physics, I think it's easy to learn and to remember.
Wow, very good. You're the complete opposite to me. I always found those subjects very difficult at school, so you must have a different kind of brain, I think.
Oh no. Actually, the teacher who teach physics to me is very supportive towards me.
That's great. That always
He helped me to understand a lot, and that's why I find physics easy.
That's great. A good teacher will always help, definitely. Okay then, what is the most important thing that you've learned at school?
Most important thing? How to be, well, this is pretty simple. How to be a good person.
Right. And who taught you that? Who taught you that?
The whole school. Actually, we have a whole school meeting on Monday and they just keep repeating and repeating this content all the time.
Right, I see. And it works? Seems
Yeah,
to work. Wow.
it works to me, but I don't think it's worked to everybody else because they're just the same.
Some people do. Some people won't change. But it's good that you listen to it. That's really good. Okay, where do you go when you have to study? And why do you like to study there?
I usually go to the school library and maybe study at home or maybe at my teacher's house to study because in school library I can find many books that have relevant content, and I'm at home I can go on the internet to study, and while I'm at my teacher's house I can ask my teacher to help me with the homework or maybe just help me with the new content.
That's good. So do you find it's comfortable at home to study? Do you find it enough? That's good. That's important to have a place to go to. Definitely. Okay. Is there something new you'd really like to learn about and why? Maybe this subject isn't at school, but it's something you'd like to do. And why?
I would like to learn archery.
Oh, interesting.
Because I like archery since I was a kid, and still I don't have enough time to study it.
Do they do classes anywhere that's near you so you could learn?
I don't think so. But on the last summer, I found a archery club at Homey Park.
Oh, that's great.
And I practiced once, and I was very lucky back then. I hit the center.
The bullseye? We call it
Yeah.
a bullseye, the center. Yes, that's very good. I've tried it once. I think it's really hard. So well done.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I hope you get to do it though. That would be nice.
Thanks.
Okay. So do you plan to study in future, and what do you plan to study? Maybe this is talking about college for you, Claire.
Oh.
There's something you'd like to do in future?
I do plan to study about how to be a good doctor in the future because I want to be a doctor or maybe just a therapist.
Very good.
That can help people. When I am little, I saw many people suffer, and I don't want that to happen in the future. So that's why I try my best, and I want to become a doctor.
That's great. That's a fantastic ambition. Yes. So do you think you'll study in Vietnam, or will you go somewhere else?
No, I think I'm gonna study at Harvard, America.
Well, that's the best. That is the best place. Fantastic. Wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Okay then. This part of the test, speak for 1 minute without interruption. The examiner will give you 2 paragraphs and you need to compare and contrast them, as well as talk about your reaction. Okay, so I'm gonna guess we're gonna see 2 photographs you need to compare and contrast.
So
you
without interruption here, you mean no.
Yes.
No interrupting.
If you can, I know it's difficult because when I concentrate, sometimes I go, well, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So no interruption means like that, right?
Yes, this is just think of this as rehearsal. All right. So the question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of living in these 2 places? So you compare them, you tell me how they're contrasting, and what you think overall, basically where you'd like to live, I guess is your opinion.
Well,
or which one you think is better.
So in the first picture, I can see I think it's small and white house, and it's surrounded by some, I think it's maple tree or some trees.
Some trees.
Surrounded by some trees, and I think they have a farm too because I can see some fence there. And it's quite peaceful there because there are no traffic jam, no pollution, and no noise from neighbors.
That's right.
Yeah, but in the second picture, it's totally the opposite. Yeah, I think this one is an apartment, an old apartment, and there are many rooms in there. This one is pretty inconvenient because when, for example, your neighbor is shouting or maybe just opening the song or maybe just singing karaoke, which is too loud and it may affect your sleep and affect your work. Also, the noise from traffic jam, pollution, noise pollution could affect you too.
Okay, so give me your overall thoughts, Claire. What would you, which one do you prefer and why?
In my opinion, I would prefer the small white house more than an apartment.
Okay.
Because I like peaceful place and I do like trees too.
Good. Okay. All right, so you prefer this one because it's quieter and much more peaceful. Okay, great. Thank you for that. All right then. So we've got something else here, which is, which do you think is a more serious problem? Let's just look at both these photos.
Pollution and homeless.
So it looks like homelessness, yes. But one's sleeping here and one's in the city. Okay, I think that's right.
I think the first picture is pollution.
Oh really? I thought I saw a person underneath the blanket.
No, I think it's pollution.
Okay, all right then. All right, so we'll have a think about that one. Okay, let's just check the time. Okay, Claire, I have another class coming up, so we're gonna have to leave it there for today. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week.
Okay, have a good weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.